Hi guys, I'm going to go live for 30 minutes. God bless you. Hope you're well. Please hit the like button. And please check out my website. I'm going to start promoting it like I used to. I'm going to go live for 30 minutes. Sorry about that. I'm going to start promoting it like I used to. So I only charge $10 for my website. I haven't increased it. All right? 30 cents a day. And I'm just going to show you what you could have got today for 30 cents. So a lot of you say you want to support me. I think the best way to support me is to go to my site, because that way you get access to so many incredible codes like every day of the month. So, hey Esteban, if you're not on the site, you can support me today and sign up. So we don't know how long we've got left. Do you know what I mean? With these websites, with YouTube, content creators, with where the world's going, how we're getting suppressed, at least those who are actually doing the work that is leading people to the truth. So I'm going to break down some codes and show you them so you guys can truly see just how coded these sports are. Okay? Sometimes I have to remind you, some of you are new to this. Remember, some of you have followed me 5 years. Some of you have only been following me 5 days. So you have different levels of understanding of the code. But I'm going to just show you information here that's just incredible. Hit the like button. Thank you, Rain and Pain. God bless you. Hi, all. Yeah, the website definitely worth checking out. Thank you, Kyle. Like, for $10 for a month. It's not $10 a day or for a week. It's for the month. It's an unbelievable price for what you get. I don't know where else you can get this level of information for that price anywhere in the world. And I'm being serious. Let me know if you can get anything else for that price over the month. No, listen, conspiracy theorist, I know people are struggling financially. I see it. I'm aware of it. That's why I keep it the price that I keep it. I don't take advantage of people. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to start off with this New York Knicks Washington Wizards game, which all but proved that there's still, whoever's doing this, Satan, whoever it may be, is still coding games around 9/11. And like I've told you all many times now, I don't think I'll ever be completely bored of doing this because of how mind-blowing it really is. So yesterday, right, New York Knicks beat Washington Wizards. Now, we know New York and Washington were involved the day of 9/11, right? This game finished 122-103. 10-3 is Bin Laden's birthday, just so you know. All right, the 10th of March is Osama Bin Laden's birthday. And the Knicks won by 19 points. And the media tell us that 19 hijackers were responsible for 9/11. Now, at one point, guys, the score was 31-19. It's 31-19. And the 1993 World Trade Center bombings were exactly 3,119 days before 9/11-2001. I've done many videos about this because it's the 444th prime. Told you how Jay-Z's from New York. He has an album called 444. He has a song called 444, which is 4 minutes and 44 seconds in length. So I see the scores 31-19. I'm like, oh my word. And then it becomes 31-23. 31 is the 11th prime, and 23 is the 9th prime. Right? Now, 127 days after Towns' birthday, who I said would star before the game began, scored a game-high 31 points. So he got 31 points, guys. Karl Anthony Towns. Smash that like button, please. Karl Anthony Towns. And he's done this, right? He's just so happened to star 127 days after his birthday. 127, the 31st prime. And he scores 31 points. right? Covered his prop easily because he averages 24 points this year. 31. Now, Towns got 11 rebounds. 31 is the 11th prime. And we know, obviously, Flight 11 was involved the day of 9/11. New York is the 11th state. The Twin Towers look like an 11. The Twin Towers came down exactly 11 years after George Bush Sr.'s New World Order speech. And who was the president during 9/11? His son, George Bush Jr. Now, this was the code. Okay, again, get on that website, guys. If you're not there, try it for a month. And if you don't have any money, just leave at the end of the month. Just try it for a month and see what you get. I just don't promote my website like I used to, because I'm so wrapped up in preaching the word of God. But I sometimes forget the work that I put out every day, and the members on my website. Thank you. The knowledge is more important than the money, I believe. Learning this code led me to the Bible, which led me to salvation, guys. Which is, you can't put a price on salvation. You've sometimes got to see the wickedness, the darkness, and the corruption before you truly see the light. Can I get an amen? Now, just so you know, going into this game, the Knicks had been destroyed by the Hornets by 17 points and San Antonio Spurs by 15. All right, and they're missing the star player, number 11, Jalen Brunson. Okay, so they just got destroyed against two poor teams in the last two games. But I said they have numbers to win this in a 9/11 riddle. Both New York and Washington were involved with 9/11. Knicks can become 23, the 9th prime, 11 at home with a win. 9/11 is the 156th prime, and the game is 1 year and 56 days after the Wizards hired the coach. Wizards, magic. Do you know Washington's head coach was born on 4/7? And right now, the 47th US president resides in Washington, and he was born in New York. And yes, I'm talking about Donald Trump. Yes, I'm talking about Donald Trump. The guy born in New York, who witnessed 9/11, who now resides in Washington. Knicks can get their 119th win versus the Wizards at home. And 9/11 can be written 11-9. This is why I see this scoreline. The 11th and 9th prime. See how I can see it in the game when I pay attention? $119 is an immensely powerful number and is, of course, the reflection of 9/11. And 9 years and 11 months is exactly 119 months. How's that for some numbers, guys? George Bush Jr. supports Texas Rangers, who won the 119th World Series. Osama bin Laden died a span of exactly 119 weeks after Obama's first day in office as the 44th US president, and many people believe that Osama bin Laden is Obama. Knicks come in with 43 season wins, exactly 43 weeks before their coach's birthday, and George Bush was the 43rd US president. But I think they advanced to 44 wins connected to the 44th US president, Obama. So this is how you learn to see. There's some people in this community would be like, the Knicks, this is a lock. They're going to stay on 43 season wins exactly 43 weeks before the coach's birthday. They think that's it. No, you've got to see beyond that. It was the 43 coming in with that 43, but to win to go to 44, connected to the 43rd president, Bush Jr., and the 44th president, Obama. Knicks can get their 149th win versus the Wizards and do so on 3-2-2. Skull and Bones equals 149. George Bush Jr. is a member of Skull and Bones, and he was the US president during 9/11. By the way, 9 times 11 is 99, and Towns scored the 99th point for the Knicks. Trump witnessed 9/11 and he replaced Obama, and he's the current 47th US president. And he was born in New York and resides in Washington. Washington Wizards coach was born on 4/7. The game is 4 months and 7 days after Karl Anthony Towns Jr.'s birthday. So he may star. Did he star? Yes, he did. With 31 points. And look in total, guys. 31 points, 1 assist, 11 rebounds. Let's add up those three numbers. 31 plus 1 is 32. Plus 11 is 43. So the star player combined for 43 points, assists, and rebounds exactly 43 weeks before the Knicks coach's birthday in a riddle that was basically revolved around the 43rd US president. '47's the 15th prime. Wizards can stay on 15 season wins. Okay, which they did. Buildings 1, 2, and 7 of the World Trade Center came down on 9/11. And the game's 127 days after Karl Anthony Towns Jr.'s birthday. Karl Anthony Towns Jr. played in Minnesota, Minneapolis, which is known as the Twin City. And the Twin Towers came down on 9/11. And like I've showed you, the 127 with Towns. Please hit that like button, guys. 10 likes. Come on, smash it. 127, 31st prime. Buildings 1, 2, and 7 of the World Trade Center came down on 9/11. The game's 127 days after Karl Anthony Towns Jr.'s birthday. And 127 is the 31st prime. And I'll show you it again. He got 31 points. He got 31 points. All right, that's just one. That alone, and again, like I said, the Knicks win by 19. 19 hijackers supposedly responsible for 9/11. All right. Look how many points the Knicks had in the first quarter. Can you see it? Give me a woo in the chat. How many points did the Knicks have in the first quarter? Did they have 31? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. It's not just predicting who's going to win, guys. It's giving you the script. I've done this thousands of times, and it just goes over people's heads, unfortunately. Now, France just beat Croatia. Before the first leg, I liked France to qualify. Okay, so they were down 2-0 going into the second leg. And they won the second leg 2-0, and they just won 5-4 in a shootout. All right? I connected it to 1984. So there you go. 2-2 on aggregate. France win 2-0 the day that Pope Francis is out of hospital. Okay, remember France beat Croatia to win the 2018 World Cup final 4-2 in Russia. I knew this all connected before the first leg. And they win 5-4 on penalties. Okay, a lot of people on my site took France to qualify. I know Lockwood did twice. So there's so many opportunities if you know how to do this, the way that I teach people. Okay, if you pay attention to how I teach people, you do very well. Very well. Now, I won't get into this, but you can find it on my website about France and the 1984, and basically how they won Euro 1984 in France, and the Nations League final is on the anniversary of the novel 1984 being published. So the stuff you're going to learn, guys, when you sign up is off the charts. I have 12.6 thousand followers. All right, I can't see how 12.6 thousand people have no money. Now, let's go back to YouTube. Let's look at this. Now, this is something else I do all the time. And if you're on my site, you can back me up, and I've taught people how to do this. But the only issue with this is you have to focus on the game and you have to have a gift. If you don't focus on the game, this doesn't work. And we know we live in a world where people want instant gratification. So give me a parlay that's a guaranteed gonna win so I can put money on it and then wake up in the morning and be richer. That's not how it works. Why do you think gamblers suck? Why do you think Vegas destroys people? All right? Greed, lack of knowledge, lack of discipline, and people gambling who have a lack of money in the first place. All right? That's why Vegas destroyed. But if you're patient and you have this knowledge and you understand how it plays out and you've got someone like me teaching you, all right, over the year, you're going to win way more than you lose, way more. So I've said in the NBA, it is the best league to win before the game begins and in play, but especially in play. How many times do teams go down by 10, 15, 20 and win or cover their in-play spread? Every day. So the Pistons played the Pelicans today. And I liked the Pistons because I've done this for 5 years. I know they connect to the Queen. And they won. And I said, if they go up big, which they did, if they go up big, take the Pelicans alternate spread. It hit. I did an in-play code. Take the Pelicans now, plus 7.5. Right? 6-point game. So back in the day when I did all of this, I would have won thousands of dollars off this one game. Off this one specific game, I would have won thousands. I would have won this game 4 times. Not just once, 4 times I would have won. Now, Pelicans can get their 19th win. No, Pistons can get their 19th win versus the Pelicans and their 19th home win of the season. Now, if you know anything about the Queen, it's a huge number with the Queen. Queen in Gematria equals 19. Right? She was vaccinated for COVID-19 on January the 9th. 1-9 with her husband, Prince Philip. Now, I'll have to show you the standings. All right? Let's go here. NBA. Now, let's go to the standings. Pelicans. They're 1953 now, which means before they were 1952. When did Queen Elizabeth become the Queen? Queen Elizabeth became the Queen in 1952, right? And she was coronated in 1953. Now the Pelicans just lost to the Pistons, who connect to the Queen, and they dropped from 1952 to 1953. Pistons stay on 32 season losses. Queen Elizabeth II was Queen Regnant of 32 sovereign states. Pistons can become 11-14 at home versus the Pelicans. Pelicans have done well in this series overall. Queen Elizabeth II gave birth to King Charles III on 11-14. 49th game between the franchises. Prince Philip died on 4-9. 49 square root is 7. Pelicans, they stayed on 7 road wins. Right? Just go back and watch all my codes and how they connect, guys, in every sport. The game's on the 82nd day of 2025. Queen Elizabeth II was born on 4/21. Right? April the 21st. 4/21. Her birthday was 7 days after mine. 421, 82nd prime. Today's the 82nd day of the year. Pistons can become 1930 versus the Pelicans. 1930 in this satanic league. Now, what happened in 1930? Anton LaVey was born. Anton LaVey founded the Church of Satan, right? And he was born 1930. And look how he was born in Chicago. And who's the greatest player of all time in the NBA? Michael Jordan, who won his 6 NBA finals with Chicago. He went to 6 NBA finals, winning 6 and winning 6 MVPs, 666, with Chicago Bulls, who were founded in 1966, the same year that Anton LaVey, who was born in Chicago, founded the Church of Satan. All right? And the game finished, guys, with 266 points. We know Pope Francis. It's all over the media today, the 266 Pope. But Prince Philip died with 266 days left in the year, who was married to Queen Elizabeth. Okay? The 266 is big. Kobe Bryant was drafted 26-6. LeBron James was drafted 26-6. All right? It's a big number. Now, college is just as coded. All right? Cooper Flag's dominating because it's all about the end of the USA. Okay? College basketball is perhaps even easier to code than the NBA, to be honest with you. So college is equally as coded. And remember, guys, a player like Flag, he's gonna go to the NBA. First round pick. And I've coded this guy a lot. My friend Andreas, all right, has done amazing work on this player. Now, this was war. And I caught 5 minutes of it, guys. I saw 5 minutes of it. And it went to the crowd. And I had to turn it off. Because it had kids wearing devil horns. Okay? A girl that I used to coach in Los Angeles, she's actually got a full scholarship with Duke girls soccer team. I won't say her name, but she's an unbelievable player. But when I saw these little kids wearing blue devil horns, I was like, wow. Like people, it's almost like people don't believe there's a devil, guys. Like this college can be called the Blue Devils, their sports teams, the Blue Devils. And people don't see it as blasphemy, okay? Because all they want is to be entertained. God bless you, Ashley. Much love, conspiracy theorist. Frantisek. Pistons were down 6 points. Yep. And they came back. I thought it would be close. These opening games is usually one of them that's really close, and then the other one's usually a blowout. And it was. Cleveland was a blowout, and this one was really close. But again, when it comes to the NBA, you can be down by 6 and 30 seconds later be tying the game. That's why it's so good to bet on in play. So good if you know what to do and you have confidence in the code. But look at this. So if we go to Duke versus Baylor. Now, hey, Adam Lastman, God bless you. Yeah, please hit the like. We've got 15 likes, guys. I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes. And yeah, like I said, check out my website. I'm going to put the link again. Give it a try for 1 month if you want to support me. But like I said, I am fully aware at how broken the economy is. But it's $10, guys. It's 30 cents. So look at this. First of all, I see some 11s. It was 89.66. 89, the 11th Fibonacci number. 66, the 11th triangular number. But straight away, I only needed one thing here. Blue Devils become 33-3. Lucifer, who's now Satan or the devil, whatever you want to call him, the dragon, Lucifer and 33.3% of the angels were cast out of heaven. Can you believe this? So the Blue Devils are 33-3. And look how they got their 33rd win against the 9th seed, and 3 times 3 is 9. Or 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. All right? I just want to show you how coded it all is, guys. I know you all want to win money, and you can, but it's even bigger than that. It's even bigger than that. And the unfortunate thing is most people can't bet anymore because they don't have any money to bet. But there's still plenty of people who do. But look at that, 33-3. Come on. That's just crazy. And have you seen this? Give me a woo if you can see this. 42-36. Can you see it? Second half. 42-36. The beast of Revelation reigns for 42 months, and 42 months is 3 years and 6 months. Also notice that when you add up those numbers, 42 and 36, it's 78. What's the age of Donald Trump, the 47th president? 78. Daniel 7:8 is about the little horn who speaks blasphemies against God. And horn means trump. I'm working on a new book, guys, about sports codes, by the way. I'm going to have it done within a week. I'm going to put it out next week. Pro sports are coded rituals, and it's my second book with that title. So you'll see this is going on in every sport. I could just put all my codes in, but it'd be like a 10,000 page book. I don't want to do that. Now, going back here, the game's 211 days after Duke Coach's birthday. His birthday, guys, is 824. Kobe Bryant Day. Kobe's jersey numbers. Right? It's 824. What else is 824? When Ukraine declared its independence. All right? And this code was all about war. Did you see today Ukraine played against Belgium? What's Belgium's nickname? The Red Devils. Why do you think the Lucifer statue is in Belgium? Go watch my video about the Statue of Liberty. So the game's 211 days after Duke Coach's birthday. 211, the date, by the way, guys, 211, February the 11th, is the 42nd day of the year. And 211 is when Vatican City was founded. But 211 is the 47th prime. 47 is the 15th prime. Baylor can get their 15th season loss, which they did. But check this out. All those connections with the 47, how many points did the Blue Devils have at halftime? 47. How many points did Cooper Flagg have at halftime? 15. 47, the 15th prime. Okay, I've shown you how Cooper Flagg connects to Donald Trump. All right, and the US flag. This is college, guys. 15 is the 5th triangular number. The game is exactly 5 months after Baylor Coach's birthday. 5 is the 3rd prime. Duke can stay on 3 season losses and get their 3rd win versus Baylor. Duke Coach can stay on 21 career losses. War equals 21. The game is exactly 39 weeks before Cooper Flagg's birthday. War equals 39. So this whole thing, all these people in attendance, they have no idea that they just watched a riddle that was revolved around Trump and war. And somebody like Flag, guys, is already in the secret society, is high level. It's how it works. So I wanted to show you that I had Florida to win as well. They came back. They beat UConn. Right? I think it was 77, 75. It's not the Final Four. I think Florida will go at the Final Four. Yeah. So Florida get to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2017, which is what? When Donald Trump began his term as the 45th president. Where does Trump reside if it's not the White House? Florida, in Mar-a-Lago. Okay? Sea to lake, the beast rises out of the sea. So UConn had won back-to-back because I coded them to win back-to-back. But they're gone now. All right? They weren't going to win 3 straight. But Florida, guys, look at this. Despite being tied at halftime and trailing with less than 4 minutes remaining, Florida survived and advanced past UConn, completing a 77-75 come from behind win in the second round. And again, guys, it's 2025. Donald Trump, the 45th president, 2025 is 45 times 45. 20 plus 25 is 45. Trump officially begins his term as the 45th president in 2017, resides in Florida. Florida get to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2017, and they do it in 2025. This is stuff that goes over people's heads. They don't see what happens during the game. All right? They won't see, with a few minutes left, Florida are down. They won't see it. All they see is the pre-game odds and the final score. And that's why they can't bet. And they go around supporting all these different people online and these different Patreons who are doing the same things over and over again, trying to find value before the games begin. Having one good day, one day that sucks, and just constantly doing that. Not learning either. Now, there's a few Patreons you can learn from them, absolutely. But the ones I've seen, I'm not sure what you're actually learning and what you're getting for your money. So on my site, guys, again, I don't just code sports. I code everything imaginable. The code that I just did about George Foreman was worth $10 for you just to read it. That's the reality. So it's all coded, right? College, and then whether it's the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, Premier League, okay? Whether it's politics, pandemics, wars, all right, Hollywood. When you learn the code, you learn to see through it all. And when you can see through it all, guys, you no longer idolize it. You're no longer consumed by it. All right? You won't want to go watch the games. You won't want to buy merchandise. You won't want to sit down and talk about how amazing Cooper Flag is because you know it's all coded. You won't get psyched up with politics when you know Trump's there because he's coded to be there. But the biggest thing I teach you all is Jesus Christ is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Alpha and Omega, your Lord and Savior. And that is priceless. And as I've said, going forward, that will be my ultimate goal, to preach the word of God, because time is short. I've coded, I don't know how many futures now. It's ridiculous. All right? That ain't saving anybody, but I'm telling you, it can help people see through deception. All right? So I'm going to go here, see what you guys are saying in the chat. God bless every one of you. You see the KFC advert, Adam? I haven't, Jordan. Can you break it down? KFC. They've been trying to build a KFC close to my house for about 4 months and it's still not open. So, yeah. Yeah, Canada is becoming a third world country. It's gonna be worldwide. Canada is on its last legs, isn't it? England's on its last legs. USA will be very soon. Okay? I think Europe's on its last legs. You just look at what's going on in France and Germany and Spain, and then obviously Africa has been messed up our whole life. Middle East is doing well, of course it is. Jordan, send me the link, brother, if you can. Yeah, Mar-a-Laga's in Florida. Come to my website, check out why I like Florida. The teams that I said will do well, they're all in the Sweet 16 now. Again, Sweet 16, there's just something off about that. So, yeah. I appreciate all the people that do support me, okay? I greatly do. And like I said, I'm going to be working on a new project with my brother, the Watchman. And that will be specifically for people who really want to learn about the Bible and the truth and to be saved. Let me just show you one more thing before I go. All right? Spain today. My pleasure, Sebastian. God bless you. Spain, just before I go, Spain just beat the Netherlands in a shootout. Right? They just beat them in a shootout. And my brother Chuck, who I still to this day believe is one of the best coders, he only does it rarely now. The code led him to the word of God. Can I get an amen? But he still makes these amazing finds. And he said, have you seen what's going on in the Spain game? I think they're going to win. I was like, why? It was like, well, it's to do with 9/11 and the last time Spain beat the Netherlands in the 2010 World Cup final. I was like, okay, Spain won in a shootout, so they did win. They qualified. When it goes to a shootout, they're both like minus 118. So Spain qualified in a shootout. And watch this. Check this out. Again, this type of knowledge, I don't know where else you're going to get it daily. Let me just find it for you. So we got France qualifying. I'll be coding those semi-finals. Portugal went through. Ronaldo scored. Of course he did. Now look at this. All right. I'm going to present my screen. God bless you, Elena. Thanks for all your support. Ping that like. It's free, but goes a long way. Yeah, it does. It does. Whether you're watching this now or in the future, when you watch it, please hit the like button. We've got 18 likes, and I've just given you like 4 insane codes. But if we look at this, Spain just knocked out the Netherlands. Pure energy harvesting, to be honest with you. But they won it. Now, I've just got to check that you can see my screen. Yes, you can. Now, 3-3, 5-5 on aggregate. Spain win 5-4 on penalties, just like France won 5-4 on penalties. You know what's interesting? Xavi Simons made it 3-3. He came through Barcelona Academy. And Spain's goalkeeper is Simon. And Simons made it 3-3. Right? Simon was one of the disciples. Can somebody give me a woo? So Simon, Xavi Simons, Xavi connects to Iniesta. Now, Iniesta, okay, where is it? Iniesta was the hero in the 2010 World Cup final, right? And what happened? Spain beat the Netherlands. They did it in extra time, and this little guy, number 6, Iniesta, got the winning goal, right? Barcelona player, Iniesta. And this game, right, if we go here, it was on the 11th of July, 2010. Man of the match was Iniesta, right? 1-0 after extra time. So That day, 7/11. 7/11/2010. From that day to today, where Spain beat the Netherlands again, this time in a shootout to progress, 3/23/2025. Exactly 767 weeks. Can you see it? Again, I'll ask one last time in the stream. Please hit the like button, get it to over 20. Exactly 767 weeks. 767. Now, look at this. Where is it? On 9/11/2001, two Boeing 767s, American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175 were hijacked and used in the terrorist attacks, with Flight 11 crashing into the North Tower and Flight 175 into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. Two Boeing 767s, guys. Look. Exactly 767 weeks between Spain beating the Netherlands to win the 2010 World Cup to them knocking them out of the Nations League. That's just mad. Isn't it? And the Flight 11, the game at one point was 1-1. Spain took the lead. All right, Memphis Depay made it 1-1. And then Spain go up 2-1. 2-1. And who made it 2-1? Number 21. So you're like, okay, Spain, they've got the lead again. They're so good at keeping possession. But no. Netherlands make it 2-2 after 79 minutes. 79, the 20-second prime. So after 79 minutes, Netherlands make the score 2-2. 79, the 20-second prime. Now, Barcelona superstar, Yamal, number 19. Remember, 19 hijackers responsible for 9/11. He makes it 3-2 after 103 minutes. Bin Laden's birthday, the 10th of March. So you're like, okay, interesting, but no. 6 minutes later, remember Iniesta was wearing number 6 when he scored the winning goal for Spain against the Netherlands in 2010 World Cup final. Xavi Simons, who came through at Barcelona just like Yamal, converts a penalty. Simons scores against Simon. Right? Now it's 3-3. 9/11 was 33 years after 911 became the emergency dialing code in USA. 9/11 was 33 years after the construction of the World Trade Center began. And what happens? Spain win. It was 3-3, and then there's 9 penalties scored. 3 times 3 is 9. All right? You can even bet, guys, in play on players to miss penalties. I remember when I used to bet all the time, all right, especially in major competitions, and it went to a shootout, I would bet on who was going to miss by figuring it out. I could see it. And it's always like plus 260 for a player to miss. I was figuring it out when I was all in with coding these games. But there's bigger things now, guys, like the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like your eternal salvation. That's why I don't code and promote myself like I once did. But you just learn, guys. You learn. You live and learn, you crash and burn, but the whole thing is to give your life to Christ. That is crazy, truly is, isn't it? Truly is. I can't see the link, but there's no link there. Maybe it appears on your end, but it's not coming up for me. If you enjoyed this, guys, give me a woo in the chat. I've got to make 5 phone calls tomorrow with 5 different people. It's going to be exhausting, but I'm going to have to just tell them straight, listen, I've got this amount of time to speak. Speaking's tiring. Right, I hope you've all had a blessed day. Thank you for your support. People like Elena are always here supporting me in the chat. Dirk, all right. Adam Lastman, I appreciate it. Search it and do a vid maybe as well. Okay, Jordan, I'll definitely find it. I'll just type in KFC new commercial. And you know my mind, I'll break it down for you. Colonel Kentucky was a Mason. All right. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all. Much love. Please share this. And if you're not on my site, come check it out, even for a month. If it don't work out for you, just leave. It's the price of what you get a McDonald's for, which has no benefits whatsoever. Thank you so much. Much love. Much love to you, Elena. All right, take care, guys. I'll watch that KFC commercial later on in the day, and I'll break it down in my next stream, okay? Cheers, Jordan. All of you, enjoy the rest of your day. God is great. Take care. God